Hey, 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 family. Hey, hey, hey. Let me share this in my group. We posting that. We posting it. We posting it. We posting it. Let's see what's happening here. Um, we posting. We posting. We posting. I don't see it. I don't see it on my page yet. I hope everybody is doing okay. I want to talk to y'all. Let me just say this. I was posting in my group Love Relationships and Marriage, and shut my phone down because I got to get it together, right? Because I have all kind of issues, right? But let me just tell y'all this right off the rip, right off the rip. The Emotions Forum last night, it is always, if I can tell y'all, it's always amazing. We always have like an amazing time at the Emotions Forum. It is so much fun. It's real talk, real conversation, but it is also, right? It is like a whole lot of fun with a whole bunch of crazy people who had a whole lot to say. And so I always enjoy the Emotions Forum. I enjoy hosting it, being the facilitator of it, because everybody just keeps it real. The men that come sometimes outweigh, are more men than there are women. And in fact, the only reason why I'm still doing the Emotions Forum is because the brothers asked me to. It is a platform, it is a place for men to be heard, for, to talk about how they genuinely feel about things. It is a place where men feel safe to talk about what's on their minds, what's going on in their hearts and in their heads, right? Um, um, it's a place for that. It's a place. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. So it's a place where men can, have their voices heard. Because a lot of times in relationships, for whatever reason, they don't feel safe, but they literally be breaking stuff down for the ladies that are there, and having real conversations with us. So the Emotions Forum is really, really dope. It is absolutely dope. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Right. So I'm going to be finishing out the month of October, doing the Emotions Forum. Um, I don't know if I'm going to go into November. So I hope you guys join us. They made it nice and cozy and warm in there for us at Jeremy's Ale House. They always take care of us. One night we was there to 12:30 at night, but the forum was amazing. It was about 25, 30 of us there that night. Um, I don't know what else I could do to bring more people except to tell you to come and to bring a friend with you so you won't feel like, out of sorts. Because if you're new to it, then it's going to take you a minute to warm up. So hopefully you guys can join us at the Emotion Forum. The other thing I'm about to say is this: share this video out. If you're watching it on the replay, hashtag replay, right? Because honestly, I have a lot to say tonight about what I really learned at the Emotions Forum last night. It was dope though. Can I tell you? And I laughed till I couldn't even. I was like, y'all are a mess. I mean, it's so much fun, right? Say hi. I see y'all watching. Say hello. Say hello. So I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about how to date. Because I think that a lot of women, and I'm being honest, kind of fumble when it comes down to dating. A lot of times we get into relationships, right? Or we meet somebody and we don't talk to anybody else. We put all of our time and all of our attention into somebody that you do not know whether or not this person is really for you. The person seems nice enough, everything is cool. I think I did a video about this a while ago, But I'm coming back to it because I realize that women really do, we fumble the ball when it comes down to dating. We really do not understand um, what it means or how to date. Courtship is something entirely different. When you're a single woman, you want to date and you want to go out with whoever is piquing your interest, whoever is interesting to you. You want to keep yourself open and available to date interesting people who like some of the same things that you like. If that person is not committing to you, if that person is not saying to you, I want some of the same things that you want through via phone conversations, via text messages, whatever venue you choose to use to have these conversations, right? If you do not understand that people are only going to give you what you allow them to give you, right? If you're looking for a commitment, if you want something serious, then you have to be intentional about being in a committed relationship, right? You have to be intentional about who you allow in your space, in your personal space, about you have to be intentional about what it is that who it is, I'm sorry, that you're going to entertain, right? Some people don't want to be in a committed relationship. They just don't. Some people like dating. Dating is cool. It's fun. You go out, you have a good time. You could go to museums, go to the movies. You could just have a companion, somebody to hang out with from time to time, right? That's cool. That's dope. Love that. I love that, right? But this video is literally for women, right? For the ladies. This is for the ladies tonight who genuinely want a partner to spend their lives with, right? And we're not doing all kind of shenanigans and foolishness and everything to get them. We are intentional about how we move and how we're going to move in our lives, period, right? So this is why I wanted to do this video, because I'm listening to the fellas last night, and my takeaway, these brothers are so dope. All of these brothers that come to the forum, they are so dope because they're open and they're honest. That's what I love about the forum. The women are open and honest, and they tell you exactly how it is that they feel, right? But what I got from that is that a lot of men, I asked the question, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I asked the question, and the question I asked was, what do y'all want? And I promise you, none of the brothers was able to answer that question. I said, what do men want? What do men want? What do men want out here in these streets, right? They weren't able to answer the question. What is it that you're looking for in a relationship? Y'all say hello. I see y'all watching. Y'all say hello, right? What do you want in a relationship? And so it's important to understand what you want in a relationship. And if a man does not have a clue about what he wants from that woman other than sex, then you probably shouldn't talk to them. I'm not, trying to be funny. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I'm not trying to rough up the guys and say anything, crazy about them. But if they don't have a clue what they want for their lives, then what are they going to do with you? What are they going to do with you? So to be honest, you have to genuinely think about, like, first of all, let me start here. Let me back up and let me start here. I asked the fellas the question, none of them can answer it, right? But here's the thing. You have to be clear about what it is that you want. You have to be clear about what you want. Y'all do me a favor, share this video out, share it with your single friends, because I'm telling you, I'm about to come down through here, right? I need you to really ask yourself, first of all, what's important to you? What is the most important thing to you? What are 5 things that you absolutely need to have in your life, right? In a partner. What are those things? What are 5 things? Ask yourself what's important to you, right? Because that's important. So in other words, like, Do you need someone who's compassionate and kind, right? Do you need someone who pays attention to you, right? Do you need someone who makes a decent amount of money so you can stay home and take care of the kids? What is it that's important to you for your own life, right? So you have to ask yourself that question. That's the first question. The second question is, what do you need for you? Right? So what's important to you? What do you need for you? Right? Um, what are your core values? What is it that's important to you? And I'm going to define core values, right? Core values are what you stand for, right? What's important to you? They guide your core values, literally guide every decision and action that you take in your life. So when you sit down and you think about what your core values are, what you need for your life, and you put all of that together, what's important? What are my core values? What do I need for my life? What are my goals? How do I see my life, right? Your entire life's philosophy is rooted in your core values, right? And you find your core values through being authentically who you are, right? Say hello, say hello. I see y'all watching. Say hello. Um, when you understand what you absolutely need rooted in your core values, things begin to shift for you. The way that you do business changes. The people that you entertain, it changes. Like what the people I hung out with when I was in my 20s and my 30s, some of them I still hang out with because I have I have relationships back from my teenage years, right? But they all exhibit the same core values that I have today. That's the only reason why it lasted. That's the only reason why our friendships have lasted, because we kind of cut from the same cloth. We believe some of the same things, and we love on each other, and in a certain way. We respect one another. We're kind to one another. We're gracious. We have the similar core values, and we believe in family, and we believe in friendship, and we value what we have, right? So when I think about what I have already in my life and how I operate in my own life, and I think about my core values, all of my friends are in alignment with who I am because we have similar core values, right? We try to operate with integrity, good character. We're trustworthy. We believe in equality. We are selfless when it comes down to one another. We operate, at different places. Sometimes, but for the most part, our core values are similar, right? So if you know what your core values are, then you'll understand that that's why you think the way that you do. Your mindset is in alignment with your core values, right? And I'm only kind of breaking this down only because I don't know if people look at what core values are and how important core values are to them, right? But you need someone in your life that's going to align with your core values. So in order to get someone who lines up with that, you got to know what yours are, right? What are my core values? What do I want? Somebody say hello, say hello. I see y'all watching. Didn't your mama tell y'all about coming up in people's house and not speaking? Hello. Say hello. My Lord. So it's important to get your core values together. What do core values look like? They look like compassion, accountability. They look like integrity, honesty. They look like commitment, ambition, authenticity. They look like equality, trust, determination, and selflessness, right? So if we know that our core values are in alignment, we know who we are and we know what we want, right? We deal differently with people. Check this out. If you know what your personal goals are, if you know what it is that you want for your life, if you know like what's important to you, you'll have more clarity. And hi Natalie, I see you, baby. You will, once you understand your core values, you'll know when you're messing with someone who doesn't operate the way that you do, right? But it is really important that you know who you are and what you need first before you even start going out on a date, right? What's important to you? What's important to you in your life? And then we're going to get to the 5 questions, because I'm going to give you all 5 questions to ask a potential mate, right? So that we don't get caught up in this vicious cycle or stay in the cycle of just dating and being disappointed. I know that y'all are tired of dating and being disappointed. I know you are. We end up wasting a lot of our time spinning our wheels, dating people who are not ready for what you're ready for. They're not, right? And once you understand who you are and what you need, you operate differently, for real, for real. You operate completely differently. The other question that you want to ask yourself is, what do you want your future to look like? What do you want your future to look like? Do you want your future, like, if you had a dream, if you could think of anything in the world, what does your future look like? Right? This is important, because if you can envision it, then you can have it. But if you can't, then therein lies the problem, right? I was talking to somebody a couple of days ago, and they were telling me about their lives, but they could not define for me what they wanted in their lives. And I asked them a question. I said to them, listen, what do you want? And they started telling me what they wanted that was outside of them. I said, no, 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 no. What do you want inside? What's important? Right? And it was like, okay. And they had to stop and they had to think about it. I often ask people that question. I ask men and women that question. And you know what? Most people can't tell you what they want. They could tell you what they don't want. Right? And that's the problem with dating. So if you're going out and all you're looking for is what you don't want, that's a problem. What do you want? Right? So the fourth question I have for you is, what would your the fifth question I have for you is, what would your relationship look like? When you envision your relationship, you envision your life. Now you're envisioning what your relationship look like. Do it look like you stressed? Do it look like you aggravated? Does it look like you frustrated about everything? Right? No, it don't look like that. It doesn't look like that at all. If you had to envision a dream, something that you want for yourself, it definitely does not look like at all frustration, aggravation, tears, all this stuff. No, we're envisioning having a dope, and I mean an amazing man in our lives. We are envisioning hard conversations, but the ability to sit down and discuss and talk about whatever it is that you need to say without pushback and conflict, being able to open up to your partner and say, listen, we need to sit down and we need to talk about this. Being able to check in with one another to make sure we both doing a good job. When you envision that, you envision yourself on vacation, chilling with your boo thing, with your man, with your husband, and y'all are doing big things. You imagine that maybe you both of y'all got a house, and maybe y'all rent one of the houses out because y'all getting married. And maybe, right, perhaps, right, you guys are getting ready to buy another investment property, or maybe another one. Maybe you'll have 4 within 5 years. You envision the greater things, the beautiful things, the wonderful things that you want for your life. The issue is, if you don't know what you want your relationship to look like, you will not know if the perfect person came to you or if you were signing up for a horror show. I promise you. I promise you. There are so many people that can tell you everything about what they don't want, but they cannot tell you what they do want. And therein lies the problem. You have to see your relationship whole. You have to see yourself, right, in a great place. And if you can't see yourself in that great place, then you probably not in the right headspace. You got to be positive, right? So I want to talk about this, because this is, okay, let me stop for a second and let me say this. Women are not good at dating because we give, and I'm saying this again, I'm repeating it again, we give all our time and attention to somebody who does not have the capacity to hold us. That's a problem. We have to stop doing that. You have to stop giving all of your time and all of your attention to people who don't have the capacity to be in relationship with you. And while you're dating, just date. Just date. Go out. I told ladies before, get yourself a roster. You don't have to commit to anybody. You're not in a committed relationship. If you want to go out with Mike on Monday and Tuesday you want to go to dinner with Robert, go ahead. Because Mike is not committed to you. Mike is not your man, right? And I'm not telling you dating is not sex. I have to say that. I have to say that and shout that from the mountaintops. Dating is not sex. Dating is an interviewing process where you're trying to get to know who a person is and trying to see if you and that person have anything in common, anything that you can possibly build, or if there is a spark between you. If there is somehow some kind of way, like this vibe, this chemistry, this connection between the two of y'all, right? And sometimes in the immediate, after having a few phone calls with them before you actually go out on a date, whether or not that person is the right person for you. Sometimes you know that immediately, and that's the truth, right? Like, nah, they not it. Or yeah, I like him. I like what he talking about. But a lot of times when we like somebody, immediately we begin to hope and pray and wish, like, is this person the person for me? Is this person the person that I really want to spend, and we go ham. We don't even know. And then all of a sudden we devoting all of our time and attention. We shift. And we start giving that one person all of our time and attention, and you don't know if he wants to commit to you or not. So, no, absolutely not. I mean, I did it all the time. I was like, no, because he nice, and I'm just going. And then all of a sudden, I'm laying on the phone, and he taking up all of my time, and he not even it. And then I would stay talking to them a lot longer than I should have been talking to them because they're not it. And then they begin to, like, it just begins to be a thing where, you just spending time because you ain't got nothing else to do. No, we're not going anywhere. We don't want the same things. And I'm clear about that today. I wasn't clear about that before, right? I know if we want the same things, then we can work through something. We're going to be, having the mindset to want to build with one another. If I meet somebody and they don't want to build, no, that's unacceptable, right? So, ladies, here are 5 questions. This is real talk for you to ask a potential partner. And also, I want to tell y'all before I go any further, that my Unlocking Your Love class is absolutely amazing. It is dope. And when I talk about unlocking your love, we're talking about how we can grow as men and women. I have men and women in the class, and it is absolutely amazing. I like, literally, I am in tears. Hey sis, I see you. I see you, sister. I love you. So it's amazing. The class is amazing because it's all about our personal growth and development. Why? So we can attract the type of partner that we really want. And sometimes we got to put some of this stuff down. Share this video out if y'all watching. Share it out. Sometimes we need to gain clarity about who we are and what's important to us before we get to the attracting somebody who fits what it is that we want. Like, a lot of times we just be like kicking it. Hey, Michelle, I see you, baby. Sometimes we just be kicking it with people and don't even know why they're in our lives. Real talk. Real talk. Like, stop it. Why you here? Y'all know you make me want to sing that song. How did you get here? About what's her name? Y'all play too much. But when you think about that, right, you have to unlock the love in you. And some of us are so hurt. We have had so many people tear us down. We've stayed in places that we didn't belong, when people didn't value us and they didn't cherish us. And sometimes we be so stuck, we don't know how to become unstuck. So that's what I teach in Unlocking Your Love class. I'm talking about healing. I'm talking about knowing where you going and what you want for your life, right? This is what I teach. And I'm telling you, they be having me in tears. I'm looking at their progress and they're having me in tears. in tears. And so I'm opening the class up. I want people to join the class. Um, Email me, inbox me, and I'll send you the information and tell you what to do so you can get the information so you can join the class, because the class is dope. It is absolutely dope. Here are the 5 questions I want you to ask your potential partner. You meet somebody and they're really nice and you guys are going out on your first, second date, and you want to know what's really good. Ask them what they want for their lives. What do you want for your life? That's the first question you want to ask them. You want to ask them what they want for their life. And number 2, what are their intentions? Do they want to be married, or do they want to be in a non-committed relationship? Now, you've already done your work. You've already asked yourself the questions that I spoke about earlier. You have clarity. You go out to dinner, you go on a date, you ask them, do you want to be in a committed relationship, or are you, just dating and kicking it and out here just trying to meet, have friends, right? You got to ask those questions. I'm not telling you not to go out on a date. I'm not telling you not to talk to them. But what I am saying to you is, once you have clarity, you'll be able to rightly divide the word of truth. I promise you will. Because when you know who you are, your worth and your value and what you bring to the table, you're no longer entertaining people who are not in alignment with you. And that's the truth. So once you're clear and you ask these questions and you say to them, like, what does your life look like in the next 5 years? What are your plans? For women of a certain age, men of a certain age, like, are you planning on retiring, and what do you want to retire to? Right? Are you going to stay, in whatever town state you're in, or do you plan on moving somewhere else once you retire? Right? What are your plans for the next 5 years? Because you got to make sure that their plans and your plans are in alignment, right? And so you want to ask that question. And when you ask them what do they want for their lives, don't allow them to be vague. Let them spell it out for you. Here's where I think that a lot of women get messed up, and this is my honest to God truth. A lot of women get messed up because men be like, I'm just trying to kick it. I'm not, I want to see how things go with us, and I want to see. No, I need for you to know what you want as a man, because where are you leading me if you're unsure? How is our relationship going to flourish if a man does not? Hey, John, I see you, my love. How is our relationship going to flourish if a man doesn't know where he's going? If all he wants to do is just kick it and he don't have any direction, he doesn't know what he wants. He's like all over the place, right? I don't know. Maybe I'll move here. Maybe I'll do that. When a woman doesn't have any direction, and a man is not leading her, like, it makes you feel unsafe because you don't know how you fit in to whatever it is he's got going on. And if he doesn't have anything going on, that might be a problem. That might be a problem. Because I know sometimes we come in and we add value to whatever the man has. Whatever you give a woman, she going to add to it, and she going to make that thing amazing and wonderful and everything like that, right? You give her a seed, she going to give you a baby. You give her a house, she going to give you a home, right? That's what women do, right? That's what we do when that's who we are, right? We always making things better. A good woman, that's what we doing. But what are you adding to if he has no direction? So you have to kind of dig a little deeper. Don't allow him to be vague. Say, no. I'm really curious. And what is it exactly that you want? What is it exactly that you're looking for? Like, I need more direction. I need you to tell me, what are your dreams? What are your goals? And you can ask them a question like, what are your core values? Right? What is it that's really extremely important to you? Right? And what are you looking for in a relationship? What do you need? Right? And a man who's on top of his game should be able to tell you some things. While he may not tell you everything, he should be able to tell you some things that are going to help to define how you see him. It's going to help you to understand who he is at his core. He should be wanting to be open with you. If he's feeling you, he going to be open with you. A man that just want to have sex with you is not going to give you the most. If he doesn't see value in you, you will know by the way that he treats you. And so the reason why I say what I say is because we have been strung along long enough. You meet somebody, you be like, oh, he fine. Oh, I like him. Oh my God, he's so funny. Oh, he cute. But does he have what it takes in order to lead you? Does he have what it takes in order to be your husband? Right? And everybody doesn't want to be married. There are women who don't want to be married. Y'all done been through the ring or whatever. But I promise you, if you meet a good man who treats you like the queen that you are, listen, all bets gonna be off when you know you ain't gotta argue, fuss, and fight every day, and all he wanna do is make you happy, and you finally found someone, and all you wanna do is make them happy, right? That's all you want. You ain't asking for too much, sis. The people that have been in your life who have not known, who mishandled you and did not know how to treat you, who used, U-S-E, you. They abused you. You were supposed to be treated like a princess. You were supposed to have it all together. And the only reason why women's pickers are broken is because we don't have a clear, defined vision for what we want for our lives, because we are not going to entertain somebody who is not worthy of us, unless, of course, we don't think we're worthy ourselves. And that's the truth. Listen, you're going to have to love me. And can I be honest? Because we don't have it all together. And you have to love my crazy. Because I don't have it all together. Right? No, none of us do. None of us are perfect. But are they willing to commit to you? Do they have good intentions for you? Are they, or are they waffling like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to do with my life. I don't know yet. Well, I got to see. It's going to take me 6 to 8 months to see if I even like you. No. Because a man that has clarity is not going to do that. He going to know right away. And if you're not it, he not going to call you back. Because he ain't trying to mishandle God's daughters. He's not going to try to mishandle you. And I know a lot of brothers out here will mishandle you because we've mishandled them, right? We've done some stuff too. But I'm telling you, we have got to stop. And this is the truth. We have got to stop trying to date exclusively one person who hasn't even shown us that they even care about us. They haven't done anything. Hey, Reeve, I see you, boo. I see you, sissy. What's up? They haven't even shown you that they even care about you. And women drop everything. And now all of a sudden you in the kitchen and you banging them pies. And this brother ain't even took you out to dinner once. You met him. You thought he was cute. You thought listen, this is just for my single ladies. We got to learn how to date. We have to learn how to date. And it's important. And when you get in a relationship, continue to date. Continue to keep a certain standard. Don't back down. Even if you've been dating them and you really like them and now y'all been dating for 3 months and y'all been seeing each other regularly and checking in with each other regularly and they've been consistent, right? But they haven't made a commitment. And they haven't said, I want to court you, because those are two different things. I want to see you exclusively. Then you have to continue to do whatever it is that you've been doing and not allow that one person to take you out of the market. And they never even said that they wanted to be with you past just going out to dinner with you, taking you to the movies, being a companion to you. Not if you want a commitment. Not if you want to get married. Not if you want a life partner, right? So that's the issue. That's the issue, is we get carried away. We get cat. Oh, he fine, girl. Oh, let me tell you about such and such. Sometimes they not even worth talking about. And that's the truth. Just because they male don't mean that they worth talking about. Because there's a lot of women that are out here doing all kind of ratchet stuff. They not worthy to be talked about either for a brother. They just somebody they might, kind of be seeing on the side. They don't take those women out. They don't spend, they don't really be investing time and attention into these women. And that's the truth. So if you see that a man is not trying to take you out, he's not trying to, and I'm not even talking about spending a lot of money. Y'all can go to the park. I'm not talking about that because I don't want brothers think I'm trying to, up here trying to promote like women, oh yeah, make them take you here and there. No, y'all can go to the park. What this whole thing is all about is true intimacy, building real relationship, right? And if y'all going out and going to the park and walking and exercising together and doing things together and talking on the phone and, right, do that. But don't get caught up in banging those pots and inviting him over all the time. And now y'all Netflix and chilling. Now you got the whole hood rat special. We're not doing that anymore. You got to learn how to date. You got to learn how to date. Keep your options open as long as he is keeping his options open. And if he really wants you, he gonna be like, wait, I don't want to let her go. I enjoy her. I enjoy talking to her. She's funny. She likes to do things that I like to do. Right? We both, trying to be health conscious because we're getting older. Like she looks out for me. She calls me and like, what did you eat for lunch today? Right? Right? Because you're checking in on him, but you're not trying to make your existence revolve around this man who has not even said, I want to date you exclusively. I want to see you exclusively, which is courting, which is leading to commitment. So many people get caught up. Women, we just get caught up. Oh, girl, I hear it all the time. What has he done to separate him from every other brother? Why should you stop seeing and talking to other people? All this amounts to is an acquaintance. Oh, you want to go to lunch? That's like me calling one of my girlfriends and saying, what you doing? What you doing at 12? You want to meet me for lunch? That's what it's equivalent to. So if a man, that's all he doing is when he bored, he calling you up and he's saying to you, listen, like, let's go to lunch or let's go to dinner, right? Because he got some free time. And that's all he's saying to you. And you can do that for a couple of months, but keep your options open. Don't always answer the phone when he calls just because it's him. If he's treating you like an option, why are you treating him like he's your husband? Or like he's already your fiance? Like you going to answer the phone every time he call you? No, you don't have to. If you're busy, you're busy. Or every time he texts you, what you doing? I'm getting ready to go out with the guy who's taking me out. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, why are you always, like, a man with good intentions for you who really likes you is not going to risk letting you be picked up, be in a relationship with another man. A man who's really serious about you, he's going to commit to you. How many of y'all agree with that are watching? I mean, y'all ain't saying nothing. I see you, Lisa. I see you, baby. I love you, sis. I see you. Right? So why are you allowing this man to take up all of this space in your head? Now you're out looking for a wedding venue. And you don't even know if he really likes you or not. Right? We got to learn how to date, sis. All of my sisters, learn how to date. The only reason why we keep faltering is because we don't have clarity around what we want. But once you have clarity around what it is that you want, it changes the entire game. Because it's the process of elimination. It's the process of elimination. You meet them, they nice, you talk to them on the phone, you see what their head is about. When you find out that they don't have good intentions or they're not conveying to you what it is that you need, They're not speaking your language. They're not even trying to get to know you. And I don't mean what your favorite color is, because that's nonsense. You'll learn that eventually later on. What I'm saying to you is that you can tell if this man is speaking the language of we, us, right? You can hear it in what he's saying to you, right? I see you, Donna. I see you, Lisa. I see you, Lisa and Donna. Yeah, right? You can tell when he says, what do you want to do? What do you see yourself? When he starts asking you what your needs are, right? And I'm not talking about bill money, because so many people is caught up in that. No, he ain't got to pay all your bills. He's trying to get to know you like you're trying to get to know him. But what are your goals for your future? If you're retiring in the next 5 years or 10 years, like what do you think you want to do when you retire? When he's asking you questions, right? Pointed questions to try to feel you out to get to know who you are. It doesn't take long when you really care about somebody, when you think that they kind of dope, when you like their personality, when you like how they flowing, right? If a man really is feeling you, he not going to risk losing you. And he going to begin to ask you about what's important to you. Or he's going to watch how you move, listening through the conversations that you have. He's going to know that roses are your favorite. If you're talking to him for 2 or 3 months and you happen to mention on the phone, oh my God, yeah, one of my girlfriends, her husband sent her roses to work today. I love roses, right? When you say that, you may not be making a big deal out of it, but it's something that happened and that you genuinely happy for her. And you say, I love roses. He going to take a mental note. She loves roses, right? Because he's trying to get to know you like you're trying to get to know him. The only issue is that we allow that all of what that little interaction that we have to define, oh, he might be my husband. No, sis. He ain't your husband until he say he want to be your husband. And see, while we get to choose what we going to do, they the ones who get down on the knee and say, I want to be with you. I want to spend the rest of my life. I don't want to live without you. And until a man is speaking those words to you, you single. You single. Next thing you know, he likes us. We in the kitchen. I'm saying it again, banging them pots and doing all the things. Next thing you know, they came and they spent the night. Because this is what's happening. I'm not trying to tell you to let somebody spend the night. I'm telling you what people are out doing. You spending the night. Next thing you know, he got clothes in one of your drawers. He got some jeans hanging up in your closet. He ain't committed to you. He's still doing whatever he want to do. And it's a lot of sister friends, my girlfriends, that are saying, wait, 3 months into all that, because we done passed the 3 month stage when we was kind of outside. 3 months into all of that, you're like, well, wait a minute, what are we doing? I don't understand. Like, what's happening? Because I'm really feeling you. But who are we? What are we? And if you have to guess, sis, then you're nobody. And I mean that. If you have to ask a man, what are we doing? And I'm not saying don't ask the question. And I'm not saying throw the baby out and the bathwater out. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you, you need to define what it is that you want and you need. And I'm telling you that you need to stick to your guns when it comes to a person fitting and being in alignment with what you want for your life. I'm telling you, don't be moved because he fine and he paying you some attention. Because a lot of men will pay you enough attention to get you to open up wide. And they out because they have no good intentions for you. And I'm so serious about this, sis. I know some of y'all just tired of laying on your back with people who ain't making no real emotional, mental, and spiritual. They ain't praying for you and spiritual investment in you. They're not praying for you. They're not making you a priority. And you ain't here talking about, what do you want to eat for tomorrow for lunch? Stop it. Stop it. I like you, but he busy with everything else and he ain't got no time to see about you. Learn how to date. Learn how to keep your options open. Stop letting, because he said he like you and he coming through to check for you, be the barometer by which you measure. You still single, sis. He ain't even claiming you. He not posted you up on Facebook talk about this my woman. You posted pictures on Facebook talk about this my man. You understand? Because he not committed to you. And this is real talk. Because I see so many of my sisters ready to like, yo, I want to marry him. Oh my God, I just love him. That man ain't making no, he doing everything else. He want to see you, but you got to make the provision for you to get there. I remember one time I was dating this guy to live in Staten Island. I was like, I'm not paying the toll. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like, if you're making provisions, like, you know, it's one thing we go out on a date, we meet in Manhattan, you know, I gotta pay the toll. I ain't worried about all that. But as a whole, you know, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I'm not paying the toll every time I go to see you, right? Especially because you don't want to pay a toll every time you come to see me, right? I mean, you got to think about what's important to you. And if they not saying, babe, I will drive to your house every day if I have to come and be with you. I'm going to make a sacrifice for you. If they not saying that, then what are we doing? Right? I was like, this ain't going to work, because this toll, you know, going over to Verrazano ain't working for sister girl over here. Right? It's cool if you're catching, you know, the LIRR and you just going and popping into Manhattan, you know, and y'all going out to dinner, but you living all the way in Staten Island. How's that going to work? Right? So I'm serious about this. Like, so who's committing? Who wants to commit? If you want a committed monogamous relationship, stand 10 toes down on that. And anytime you meet somebody and they are not in alignment with that, see you when I see you, baby. Like not in a mean, harsh way, because I think you dope. This just is not what I'm looking for. And I promise what'll happen is you'll stop entertaining what you don't want. And what will be drawn to you is the things that you say that you want. What happens is if you continue to date men who are not in alignment with you, sis, what'll happen is you'll continue to meet men who are not in alignment with you. But when you are 10 toes down on what you need for yourself, and you're clear about that, you'll begin to attract to yourselves the things that you really, truly desire. But when you wishy-washy and you kind of do like this, you know, you on the fence about how you feel about you, then what that's saying to God is I don't have clarity around this. I don't have clarity around it, God, and you can send me anything and I'm going to accept it. And then you'll be tested and anything will show up at your door. And the minute you start saying nope, okay, next. Okay, nope. Okay, next. The minute you begin, Reva, I'm coming to your comment, to understand that you can no longer entertain what you already know is not for you. Like block the phone number. Like stop them, like don't even, you know, like, listen, I'm busy, you know, I'll holler, right? I'm busy. Yeah, I'm not interested. I know you're not even really interested in me. You ain't asked me one question about myself while we were on this date. All you did was tell me about what you got going on. You didn't ask me anything about me. That shows me how much you're really interested in me, right? And that's the truth. So clarity brings about better decision making. When you understand your core values, you make better decisions rooted in your core values. And I keep telling people, like, have clarity, but I've never quite broken down how you get to the clarity. Knowing what's important to you, knowing what goals you have in place for yourself. Let's say that they got to work another 15, 20 years on their job, but you're retiring in 2. And your intention is to move in 2 years. You may still want to keep in touch with them because they're a nice person, but don't try to make what's going on in their life a part of what's going on in your life, and they haven't made a commitment to you. They haven't said, babe, we're going to work this out. I'm going to see, let's see what we can do so maybe I can retire in 7 instead of 15. And maybe we'll buy a house down where you want to live if you want to move out of state and retire. And we'll go back and forth and we'll furnish it over these next 7 years. They'll begin to talk the language of we instead of you or I. That's important. So when we understand who we are, what we want, it helps them to have more, it helps you to have more direction about who you even entertain. But you don't get to tell a man, oh, you got to get your head right, and I'm going to wait for you to get your head right. No, there's none of that. We're not doing that. We're moving into 2025, y'all. We only got a few more months. We want to stack the deck in our favor. We want to heal from whatever it is that we need to heal from. And we need to set our intentions to have the best of the best for our lives. How do you get the best, Kim? By becoming the best. And that's the truth. The only reason why I'm confident is because I know who I am and I know my worth and my value. Everybody don't know that. But once you understand that, you deal with people differently. Ain't nobody going up to the corner store to go get the guy hanging out in front of the store all day, every day, and he ain't doing nothing for his life. We're not doing that. We're not. Every time you ride by the store, you see this dude, he talking about, yo, I want to take you out. No. And you're not going to entertain them if you really understand your value and your worth, because you want a man who understands where he is going. And so keep your options open. Build yourself a roster, right? And talk to who you want to talk to when you feel like you want to talk to them. And continue to date who you want to date and pencil them in where they can fit in. And nobody's a priority until you are a priority. And when they value you, you will know, right? We got to stop being suckers, ladies. Letting these men do whatever they want to do. Oh, like date a prize. And I'm not saying that my brothers are not the prize. I'm saying, when they become the prize? When they be like, baby, I want to marry you. You be like, oh, that's my king right there. Right? And if you don't like him, then don't date him. If you don't like him, like if you're not physically attracted to him, then don't date him. I like who likes me. I like who treats me well. I like who treats me like a queen. Make me feel pink when I feel safe. That's the person I like. That's the person I'm going to go all out for. When I know I feel safe and you open and you're transparent and you ask questions and you tell me stuff and I don't have to ask you. When I don't have to ask you where you going and what, because I'm not asking a grown man now. I'm not going to ask you, but when a man is forthcoming, that's sexy. I'm like, ooh, he making me feel pink. Now I'm going to pay you attention over all the other brothers because you're making me feel safe. Because of the conversations that we having are rooted in what we're going to do next. He cares about what I care about. He supports me, encourages me. Y'all get the point? Y'all get where I'm at? We have got to stop allowing people to take up residence in our lives, and we jumping over and climbing mountains for them, and they wouldn't even jump over a puddle for us. But that's my man. That's my man, my man, my man. No. Not until he says he's your man, your man, your man. Not until he says, baby, I want to listen. I don't want to see nobody else. I recognize and I realize that the only woman I ever wanted was you. I see. Until then, He's not your man, your man, your man. He's just somebody that you could be sleeping with. Because that's what's on his agenda and nothing else. Reeve, I'm going to pull up your comment. Before you learn how to date, learn how to love you first, then you will absolutely know how to know. Wait, you will absolutely know how to know what energy you want. That's what I'm saying, Reva. That's what I'm saying, sissy. That's what I'm saying. Wait a minute. Okay, and know your worth. Separate a booty call from someone that is worth your time. That part. That's it right there. That's it. Lisa says, listening, we're quiet, dear court, like a deer caught in the headlight, like you're speaking truth. And Donna says, this is so deep. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching and commenting. But this is the truth. And, I think that it's so important because people don't think that we as women, especially these days, that we're delicate flowers, but we are. We are. I cannot tell you how much I want to stay in my feminine energy and I want to feel pink. I'm tired of being out here in this world and just going through crap. No, I am very clear. So I don't entertain people who are not in alignment, right? But here's the other thing. When we understand, Lisa, I'm gonna take. Okay, I gotta take the comment down. Okay, when we are clear, because I know you're tired. I know you're tired. I know you are. Being drugged through the mud, investing all of your time and your attention, cooking, trying to make somebody believe or want you, love you, desire you. I've been there, done that. Listen, I got a few t-shirts. I'm tired. But that's why I'm not playing with anybody anymore. Either you coming straight up or just stay home. Because the last thing I need is another person coming into my life just trying to sleep with me and have no substance. And I know women feel like that. Like when I lower my voice, I just want to be in my pink feminine energy. I want to be masculine. I want to be like, get out of here. I don't even want to talk like that. I want to be in my pink feminine. I want to be quiet. I want to be able to rest my mind. I want to be able to be held, right? And feel safe, protected, cared for, loved. That's what I want and that's what I need. Real talk. And I know all the women that I know who are single. That's what they want too. But we have to stand 10 toes down in what we believe. And we can't let anybody knock us off our square because they're paying us some attention. Because attention does not equate to monogamous relationship. When a man wants to make time for you, they will. And they will until they get what they want, until they get tired of you, and then they'll toss you away. So sisters, learn how to date. Be clear about what you want. What are your core values? What's most important to you? What do you want your relationship to look like? Because brothers will tell you in a minute, oh, we just want you to be da 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 da. No. Be sexy. Show your goods. Stupid stuff. I mean, I know my friend be joking when he say that, but not really. Right? You could be sexy and be covered up. You could be sexy when you feel safe. Stop giving all your time and attention to brothers who don't respect you, who don't even care about what you think. So listen, ladies, I just wanted to get on and just holler at y'all for a minute. It's Thursday. God is good. I got an online workshop that's coming soon. And I'm going to be digging deeper into all of this. Yes, Reva. Yes, I'm going to post that. Sisters, when dating, walk your walk and your positive appearance shows your confidence. Absolutely. 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 And if another man asks me why I'm single, I'm probably going to be really upset because I know, just like you all know, that you just haven't met the one who makes you feel safe. Because when you do, that stops all of the foolishness. That stops it. Now you know what it feels like to be loved and cared for versus somebody who just wants you to be cooking for them and taking care of them. They ain't come to serve, they came to be served. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Listen, I love y'all like cook food. It's an free online workshop coming soon. I'm about to do, and I think it's just gonna be just for the ladies. I don't think I'm even inviting the men, to be honest. Right? We're gonna be doing emotions forum next Wednesday at Jeremy's Ale House. Y'all share this video out with your single friends. And also, if you want more information about my Unlocking Your Love class, hit me up in my inbox and I'll tell you how to get the information. Send me your email address and I will send you the information for the Unlocking Your Love class. Anyway, and put that in the thing, Unlocking Your Love class, so I'll know exactly what it is that I'm emailing you. You ladies have an amazing and wonderful evening. I love y'all like cook food. I promise y'all I do. Y'all be blessed. Yeah. Good night.